Ashe,
So we've got this. So we got his bio, but normally, and let me explain Mbawula Chat game. It's a fireside chat where we bring and invite business leaders that are disrupting in their various spaces, that are doing extremely well, because we understand a couple of things. For the success leaves clues, and in his journey, if you follow the journey, it's an overnight 15 to 20-year success, which then says that it takes time to build a credible brand. Things don't just happen. But wafugoza, you put in the effort and you put in the time. But as if we don't know him, I don't know him, I'm not a fan of the brand, I don't consume the product. Let's give him an amazing opportunity to introduce yourself to the people, as if we don't know you.
hi everybody. Nagena Thatiso Dube. Getla Mamelodi stiga mugarense. Sure. I'm 35 years old. What else? Anyway, so yeah, I'm the founder and creative director of Galaxboy Clothing, for those who don't know. I basically started the brand in 2008. I was in high school, matric. Basically, Negira the keeper for the Chomizaga, so Nernali Krunya Nago school on the Rit Pizza the cheese boy. So Negi print the keeper the cheese boy, Ridi Aparaga, casual day, etc. So the rest of the school ended up wanting those t-shirts, so I was like, okay, let me actually sell these t-shirts, you know. So I think one t-shirt was about $60 to make. So every day I used to get 20 rand from my mom for lunch, go school. So 3 days I didn't eat, get jama roto, then get rescue buses or niggas baise. Negar niggas baise 200 or 250, somewhere there. So from there, you know, step by step, I started selling 3 t-shirts, 4 t-shirts, 5, etc. But at that point, I didn't want to start a clothing brand. I was just selling t-shirts in J. So even the money that we made, so, because at that time, being from Township, there is no information about what's happening in the world. So I always thought only white people are the only people that can own clothing brands, etc. Because Adidas, etc. So I never saw someone with my skin color that owns a clothing brand. So later that year, I think I discovered I'm a Keep, and I found out it was a black guy. I was like, hey man, so this thing is possible. So from there, I started doing my research. So I think my favorite brand at that time was Nike. So I went to research Nike, where they make their clothes, why their logo is like this, why their slogan is like this, why, you know, everything. So I researched Nike for a bit. Then I got Feta Metrigi. And then, the brand I had at that time was Cheese Boy. Then Selagaire Ibiza Cheese Girl to accommodate the ladies. So then I figured, no man, Mara Nike brand one. So when I leave it all alone, I want them to my way. So what am I gonna do? So I need to put these names together. So I got okay, Ergire Cheese Galaxboy. But I thought, okay, let me go back to Nike. I said Nike case study. Let me go to Nike. Nike is a 4-letter word. So when on the name of my brand is 20 letters. So this is probably too long. So I scared the whole research area or whatever business you want to do. There's people who've done it before you. So you go check all the clothing brands. Nike is 4 letters, Adidas is 6, blah blah blah. So that meant I need to reduce the letters in my brand name. So I went back to the drawing board, cheese Galaxboy. I'm like, okay, let me cut the cheese. That was a cheesy. It ended up being Galaxboy. Okay, this looks good. From there, we created the logo and everything. So I guess Tomo developed a brand demola. So fast forward, I end matric. I think I told my dad, "Can you go to sound engineering or something like that?" Because I used to also DJ in high school. So I told my dad, "Can you go to sound engineering?" I'm supposed to get half. So I ended up doing internal audit go taxi, because I was actually good with maths and accounting. So I did internal audit go taxi for about 2 years. Kaira 2 years. I change Kaira retail management. So retail management is basically like diabaro. So you sew and stuff, but it's also accounting and blah blah blah. So now accounting, I get like the accounting, maths, business, what. Can I get retail? This are the thing. So I did retail management for 2 years again. But while I was doing that, I design, researcher, building the Galaxboy brand. I met a lot of people. I met with Anati. He's like a singer. I don't know if you guys know him. I met with Anati. He basically showed me the internet. None of say it's the internet. So he showed me the internet. I was like, yo, what's going on here? So I did more research. I discovered the brands that Louis Vuitton, Gucci on the internet. So I researched more on that. So Anati introduced me to another world. Then I met the owner of Kip Nkosana. I think it was 2011 or 2012, somewhere there, while I was going to school. So eventually, as these years go, I was growing a bigger passion for fashion. So it's growing. So end of 2011, I decided, no man, next year I'm not going back to school. 2012, I'm not going back to school. I would tell my parents, I have this other business idea, clothing brand, Galaxboy. Can you go check out if it can work? So if you guys can allow me to skip 1 year of school or leave school for 1 year. If it doesn't work out, I'll come back, do the degree, get pass, get normal, go span, one. So the fact that I didn't want to go back to school, I had to make it work. So beginning of 2012, I got a job from Kosana Kip. He asked me to start designing for his brand. I designed for him. He actually offered me a salary of 6,000 per month. So I decided, I think I was older. I was 22 years old. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this money? So I told him, no, I don't need the money. I need you to show me the ropes of how you build this brand, where to go, where to print, where to produce, etc. So he said, okay, sharp. So from there, I was working for skills, basically. So I was working, he was teaching me everything. Then one day, he said he's going to China to produce the stuff I had made for winter. So I told him, can I come with? He said, yeah, but you have to come up with 10,000 bucks. So I'm like, okay, sharp. I went running to my dad, hey, pa, I need 10,000. I need to go to China. He said, you need to go to China, we're in China. Only passport, I get the passport, it's joke, I can't sapila, my time I'm fat jacket. And I'm a flight, I'm a lingua sana. So I'm a lingua sana. So basically, I was there just sitting in his meetings, you know, blah, blah, blah. Waiting for opportunity to maybe I could actually, because at that time while I was working for him, I was busy with my stuff. Then I get design every day. Understand? So I had my stuff ready, gave me the opportunity. So it was the last day, really go China. So like, I was thinking, I came all this way, nothing happened. At least I came, understand? I saw everything, what happens in China. So luckily, last minute, he was like, so do you have your designs? I'm like, yeah, I have them. So he told me to give them to his factory to make me samples. Then from there, they did the samples, we went back home. Then yeah, from there, everything is history. It's a long story, guys, so I'll just keep it short for now. So yeah, basically we gave them the samples by the producer, then we came back home. I think I had a 1-year contract with Ama Keep Keep. They fell like about September, November, so. So the contract ended. That's when I actually got the samples from China. Then from there, that's when I decided to take Galaxboy seriously and actually go register it, go CIPC. Yeah, Galaxboy was registered in 2012, end of the year. Kaya CIPC ka register, kaya gudi kaya ready trademark, kaya register logo ya, kaya go ka ba kinyo ko ba ready for what's coming, you know what I mean? So that's when everything technically started in 2012. Yeah.
Round of applause. Energy, people. You know, I want to segue in what you were saying now, right? I mean, in 2012, when you decided to be ready, was it because there were customers or there was something in you that said, "Iba ready, mfethu"?
No, it's, you know, when you start something, you see yourself as, when you start something, there's already someone who's doing what you've done before. So if today I want to start a bank, net bank, that's someone I can look up to and say, okay, I want to be like NetBank. So I already had the goal already. I want to be a Nike, I want to be a Gucci, I want to be a Louis Vuitton. So I was already on the way to doing what I want to do, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it or what. But the only thing I can do at that time was be ready. I'm sorry. Obviously, if you want a Porsche, the only way to get ready for it is to get a learner's, get a driver's license, at least. Hey, Mutimika, we should have Porsche. Mara, we to real, I prepare next. Once I we to real, like I say. So when I started, I just decided, no, I have to be prepared. Anything can happen anytime. So, yeah.
But now the second thing, I mean, from your intro, you talk about you are offered 6,000, but you don't take it. What was the logic behind that? Because, I mean, a lot of people would have taken the money because of that situation. I mean, you're young, that money could have done a lot of things. What was the thinking behind that?
I mean, I just figured, what is 6,000 gonna do for me? You know what I mean? Get there and there's more value in getting knowledge, you know, especially so that's when I decided, no, let me get all the knowledge I can get from this guy. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. What is the probably go touch the brass and then I don't learn anything at the end of the year. So I just decided, let me get the skills, empower myself, get the hoodies, then move forward with that knowledge.
I mean, in all the things that you've done in your entrepreneurial journey, especially in the early days, is there one or two things that stands out that was a shock? Like, Justice, now you need to deliver stuff, now you must deal with accountants, now you must deal with SARS. Is there one or two things that came as a shock to you in the early days of your entrepreneurial journey?
I mean, for me, I think it was hiring people to help me. Because I used to have it go designer, get China go producer, get order, get deliver, get customer service. Just keep us against kill. Just sorry, something phone. So delegating was something that was very hard for me and shocking, because now I'm giving my baby to someone else, or I'm sorry. So I know if so for me it was very hard, but eventually you have to let go, guys. Oh, focus on your strengths. Then compliment, then from there, that's how you build your business.
I mean, entrepreneurship in itself is tough. It's got its ups and downs. What has kept you going all these years?
The goal, my brother. When you start, you have a goal. That's the only thing that has to keep you going. I'm sorry. The goal is for me, because my goal when starting Galaxboy, I wanted to be a Zara. Go to shop, selling everything for everyone. Affordable price. So that's my goal. So whatever I've been through many hurdles. I think we opened our first shop in 2014. Go Hatfield. Opened the shop in Hatfield. Nezama Shapo. I think for about 3 years. Fourth year it shut down, closed down. Reason behind that is that obviously me, I could make the clothes, I could sell the clothes. Those are my two strengths. But the business side of things, like a pop, ask you to get to school, get to school. So business side of things, I wasn't up to scratch. So that's when the business closed down. So when at me at that young age, I'm like, yo, hey, it's over. So there was a lot of pressure, depression. It was the end of the road for me, basically. That's what I felt. So when that happened, I actually went underground. But then I remembered, no man, to the heights of Zara. So this is basically just a little hurdle that I need to get over. I need to learn from my mistakes, go back to the drawing board, and come back guns blazing. So during that period, I decided to refine the brand, do some more research. The mistakes we made running the business, I went back and looked at them. Then I think, it was 2017, then 2020, that's when we came back. So between 2017 and 2020, I'm good at designing, so I was doing side jobs. I remember I did something for Trace, Castle Light, so they used to pay me some cash. So 2020, I got 70,000. 70,000. I phoned China, I got 70,000. It's already designed. How many t-shirts can you make for me? The manufacturer, we can make about maybe 400, 500 t-shirts for you. I'm like, okay, sharp. They delivered the t-shirts. Kabula website, they developed a website. COVID, we can't go anywhere. Website. I took pictures. I have a picture of the shirts in my bedroom, so I'll share it with you. I don't know, but there's a picture. Even if you keep it as a bedroom, COVID, the owner website that I told one by one. A year later, I go Kabula storage, not storage, Momo Silver 10, Momo Equestri, storage, 400 a month. I will storage, that's why I was packing my orders. So I get the orders online, go there, fill in the way bill, get a courier guy, I deliver. So it went on and went on and went on. 2022, I make enough money, I open a store, Moko Space. I think the rent was like 6,000 a month or something. Co-space, Rabaisa. We got an opportunity from mainland. I think they were doing a CSI project with PIC, but I supported the small brands. So we got opportunity to open a store at mainland. They were charging rent, I think 20,000 a month. Rabula mainland, blew up. Then from there, we skyrocketed. Although, Asking Minion used to charge me 20,000 a month. No, now I'm a big boy, they charge me normal rent, 100 and something. But yeah, that opportunity helped me grow further. I think today we have about 12 stores nationwide. We have 12 stores nationwide. I have 2 warehouses, I have a head office. I have about 160 employees. 160 employees, I think 90% of them are below the age of 30, because I believe in giving young people a chance, to prove themselves. Obviously, as long as Nagu feel opportunity. If Home goods what the disappoint or disappointing. I'm sorry, because loss is loss is a loss. That's why there's insurance and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a long journey, and yeah, we're still going.
At what point did you feel like, yes, I've built a culture brand here?
I think there was this other night, Kamara Zenzu. So Kamara Zenzu a groove at her. So he gets a dagger to the Dagama 4, 5. He gets it yak. Never went to a lipstick, and again, I don't know who, but someone wrote with a lipstick, I want a bag. That's when I knew, no, this brand is doing too much. So yeah, from there I put all the cards on the board and just went forward. Yeah.
And then, I mean, over the years, how have you dealt with, I mean, you sort of spoke about the fact that the skills, one of the main skills you had was selling.
Sure.
I mean, how have you dealt with, overcoming the fear of selling? Or just rejection? I
tell a lot of young entrepreneurs but and do a business like me. In the beginning, they asked me, Joe, how do you go viral? How do you make people like your clothes? I just tell them, Doc, all you have to do is just start. I want printers keep us out, uswe motafuling, uregis. Understand? So, even though someone doesn't like it, don't take it personally. It's as feedback. It's okay, you take that feedback, you can why demand so. Let me go to other brands, compare quality. Let me go to Galaxboy, what's the difference between a Galaxboy t-shirt and my t-shirt? Then you take that information, then you improve your own stuff. So all you have to do is start. You have nothing to lose. Like, I have nothing to lose. Understand? No shopping amagwenya by Uzugamara Mall. Inali logo, inali the POS, ukonoswaye pa ibile. But magwenya tagas. So don't be afraid to push your business. You have nothing to lose. Makes no difference in your life. Just keep on. Ask your own idea. Push idea out. Whatever someone says, even your friend, even your mother, even your sister, entrepreneurship needs you to be a bit crazy sometimes. Believe in your own lies. I want. Hold this, keep us as it is, keep us as it is. I don't know what to say. Because if you'll never go forward. So don't listen to anybody. Don't even listen to me. Listen to yourself. If you are a believer in your thing, then you push it. If you don't believe it, it won't get far, because who else is going to push it for you? Okay, this one is a bit sensitive, right? Even, I'll make an example about people who go to church. It's sensitive, guys. Religion is sensitive. But like, you can't go to church the whole week, orapella, lotaodibe, sharp, osairiselo. I'm sorry. So rather spend 10% praying than 90%, then spend 90% doing it. You can't pray 90% and spend 10% doing something. You have to be the other way around, because no one else is gonna do it for you. Mudimi obviously sets I be the posha how go pay. So when I posha how mogo, the distance between you and the posh is up to you. It's not, you can't pray your way to the posh. You have to work your way to the posh, not the other way around.
Obviously, one of the big conversations that's constantly out there is the conversation around, working hard versus working smart. And then I think my personal feel is that I think, sometimes when people ask that they don't want to work hard, what is your thoughts around that?
You have to work hard, guys. I mean, it took me, I think 16 years, 16 or 15 years for me to be able to actually think about, hey, which car do I want? I want to pay myself a salary. It took me 16 years to get to that point. I'm sorry, it didn't happen overnight. Because obviously now, when I social media, I want to go to Ejo. Thoughts are M2, Ejo, demand, Muslim Nagaushunga M2. Ah, Okonal, Sonto Tomo class, but step by step. Okona understand the whole. This thing is like, who drive? Ask your who drive what Toma gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5. There's no way you gotta get, there's no way you gotta start to go gear 5. You gotta start my. I'm sorry. So you have to start at the beginning. So how Toma gear 1, how gear 2, when I'll experience a gear 1. So Lonzo, loga fita gear 2, wow, wabala gear 1. Why is gear 1 naga eat? I can get back to gear 2 same time. So that's why you need to do it slowly. Because if everything, God forbids, shuts down, I lose everything, I can definitely come back in 16 years' time. Easily, or even half that time. Because I already know how I did this thing, step by step. So, unfortunately, you have to work hard, guys. Lots of people on Instagram, but it doesn't happen overnight. This thing you have to build it from scratch in order for it to be strong. Lawyer go molong. Unyaga shop. Oh yeah, Raubon. Because now no area molong. Askiri all the mall all the guys in the malls buy Itan. So Damanago Senten, Lago, Rosebank, go Mall of Africa, hey, Joe, Galaxboy. So you have to go Senten Garaganaga shop. Otto would say, Joe, Galaxboy, yeah, how sharp. I know if you go out of your bedroom when you go Senten. What or Joe, answer. Even NetBank. Oka fita ko NetBank waro ginyaga chelet. Baro nyaga buka ginyaga 10,000 for example. But would say okay, I don't want the financials are we rabuka. Business gonna get home Mara unyaga 10,000 man so we really 100 rand. First because le wanna get bank and they need to make money. You can't get to NetBank we really 0 onyo ukopela loan or something. They need to see okay this guy he's been running for 2 years or 3 years. Ukonoira 5,000 every month. Maronyaga 10,000. Maybe they come offer 7. So that's why when you approach anybody, investors, banks, you need to build your portfolio. So you need to use what you have. Obviously, some people don't have funds or tomadi business, but use what you have. You know, if you run, diabetic saranda. So you need to use what you have and fight for your dream. And, it will come true.
I mean, I think just before we open up for questions, could you emphasize the importance of self-belief, right? Because I remember, I think there was a time you posted about the sales that you wanted. Sure. And I guess instead of people embracing that, they're like, 1 billion, who does he think he is? Who does it, and that's a lack of self-love when you think about it,
Sure.
How important is it to, that level of self-belief that says, Gyada?
I mean, that's the most important thing you need to have as an entrepreneur. You need to believe in yourself 100%. Everyone in this room out doubt. You need to say, half. You need to believe in yourself 100%. Otherwise, if you listen to every opinion, I'm not saying don't listen to every opinion. Ask your opinion why information why process. Doesn't mean you have to believe it. Black I say all right, I in a flop. Kauta black. Black. So and also in this generation, why I still pursue to build my brand is that I want to show people where I'm from, this thing is possible. White people do it every day. Because obviously, only stigma demand we the shopo maybe we try zag. It was a zaga we am. Like a white company can open 10 shops in one day. It will be normal business. But if a black guy does it, hey, Tamanu Traza Zaga, maybe we a crime or no, black people, we need to get used to black success. The more we get used to black success, the more our kids are gonna be confident they will learn the business. But I said, hey, Tamanu what on someone can wake up and say, I got you to business. And people say, okay, no, I know flow. Who were normal? It mustn't be, hey, when our half are doing. Why is I not a ball or something? No, give you a business, you know, what is the fruits or the banana. I see all the fruit and veg, what the big companies that make billions. Company like Damati. Yeah, Z2. They make billions. Marawena got Okabula. So we must get rid of that stigma or black business will always fail or no. Get used to black success. People will be more confident in opening their businesses and their businesses will be more successful. So if everyone is confident about the business will be successful, we're going to create more jobs, we're going to build our own malls. We're going to get to a point where we don't even have to leave cars here. Everything will be here. Etc. So yeah, man, just let's get used to black success. Let's start how we do the business. There's nothing to lose. Start today, start now, start all young. Dausa patele rendo sa patele anything. Upila mahala. Start today. Upilo ukana wapila onto uira business. You know, don't sashani salota go strating. Ona nordio shedi ga sushi. After 10 years we are biala di cigarette every day. Even after 100 years, there will be clubs, there will be enjoyment, everything. Mara business out, guy. So yeah, start today, start now, start as soon as you can.
Big round of applause. Why is it important that when we start businesses to consistently think brand? You know, because I think a lot of the guys, we start stuff, but we just think of selling, no mayini. There's no big appetite in thinking brand. At an early stage, here you are thinking about trademarking, thinking about registering this thing, being ready for this big thing that ends up happening in the next 5 or 7 years, you know? So why is it important to think brand as opposed to just selling, Jay?
You know, that's a good question because Mokasi, there's a lot of people who start businesses, but they don't even have logos. Mutu ira di patlo za di monate mara heba monyaga joki go alamano mongwe go khoneng. Understand? That's the main problem because ho tswa ho ya go town go mainland ho nya KFC why is KFC ina le daman wanje logo ya McDonald's la itse ke red and yellow aske la itse ba botlo logo ya McDonald's logo ya Steers la itse. So when why Hotoma brandadijo osairi logo? Because the industry you're trying to get into, all those big brands have logos. I say how mamma but it's McDonald's. Hey, you go McDonald's. I say go koneng. Hey, McDonald's da shi na le logo ing. So starting a brand, dog, logo, first and foremost, libito. I want KFC, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're saying Jabu's patlo, hey. Libi it's all a sharp. Like, when you started a food brand, sonzo OTP mo ligging at KFC. That's your goal. I want to compete with KFC, McDonald's, etc. That's where you need to see yourself. And that's how you get there. So if you are not only KFC, KFC banaling logo livito they have a certain color. Okay, I need a logo, I need a name, I need probably a certain color. Maybe that's what works in the industry that I'm trying to get into. So branding is highly important. The name you use, the logo you use, the colors, etc. How you present yourself to your customers. So I think branding is the most important thing when starting anything you want to do.
Then my last two questions that we're going to open up to the floor is to ask, I think the first one, is there, what was that moment? Do you remember what it even feels like? What it was, what you bought, what you experienced, what you were told when you sat there and felt like, Jesus, yeah, I'm that guy.
I don't know. There's a lot of moments. I don't know, bro. That's a difficult question, bro. Oh, I think the first time I flew business class. I think, that's the first time I flew business class. I told my accountant, maybe we are wasting money. Should I buy business or fly economy? That time I was flying to China. It's a 13-hour flight. So I'm thinking, respar or respende. Accountant agara, what's one aju? Cherato is spending your target SARS. So I booked that business class. Little did I know, I fly business mola. I think the plane stopped in Qatar. Qatar, you get into the lounge. In the lounge, you get there's this guy who owns a brand called Rude. It's an international brand. Ruji. He's a big guy. Business lounge mola. Hey, he greets me, we take a picture. I took 100 pictures on first time. So I was thinking to myself, dog, if I didn't book that business class flight, I wouldn't have met that guy. So every time after that, I was flying business class everywhere I go. Next time I flew business class, give me Russell Simmons in the business lounge. I think the other time I met Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean? So invest in yourself and everything will come to fruition.
My last question would be, you'll answer it later. I mean, what impact you want to have in the sector and industry you're in and how you want to be remembered. But you'll answer that later. Anyone who's got questions, just 5 people. Okay, cool, I've got the lady there, Pumi. I've got the gentleman, just 5. I've got the gentleman in front here, I've got the lady there. I've got the lady here. Okay, let's start with those for now. Please give the mic to Pumi at the back. Yeah, please give the mic to Pumi. You ready for me, sir? I think while they prep the shot, man, let's give Tots a big round of applause, man. Yeah, you see when they talk about success leaves clues, all the clues are here, nothing hidden. Are we short? Perfect, let's go. Pumi.
Sanmanani njani. Wasoyalisho ke ngiyabonga babulelani ukuthi uphumelele igama lami. I'm so excited actually. Yo, butwami ne angazi ngikubize bani. I saw your podcast I think last year and I would say you've really inspired me and you made me have a turn in my business. I didn't know ukuthi ngifuna ukuyaphi. It was just ukuthi ngithengisa amagwinya nami nje ngidle and all of that, but you've opened my eyes in a new level. So my questions to you would be, since igama lami nguphumelele, I know business has isikhathi se-failure and everything, but mina nginenkinga yokuthi nguphumelele. Ne always want to succeed. So when you close shop, ne ngizocela ukwazi ukuthi when you were taking time ubuyele emuva ukuthi what was going on. I would really like to find out, isn't mhlampe three, those were the main ones that actually made your business to crumble down, because now as much as I'm a perfume, everybody is doing that, it's nice, but that thing you want to break the barrier, a black person can actually do this thing, I want to do that. So I want to be the face of mhlampe South Africa, elsewhere. So the three things that actually was ezenza ukuthi wakrambula kakhulu lapho iziphi. And then my second question would be, I'm not sure, ngiyafunisela ne ukuthi like, did you get funding when you came back, or did you get investors? And if you did get investors, did you go for them or did they look for you?
Okay.
Okay. Just before he answers that one, just please prep the mic. The next hand is here. Please just raise your hand. It's the lady over there. That lady. Thank you so much, sir.
So during my downtime, basically, one of the things we got wrong when running the business was basically, I think the first one was money management. We didn't manage our money properly. And I think the second one was scheduling. Because obviously when you have a shop, you need to have stock always to sell. So we were scheduling things wrong. We were ordering late. The stock came late, customers were frustrated, so things like that. So, yeah, money management, scheduling, and just a lack of skills, lack of understanding what business actually wants. You know what I mean? It's not all about selling, but also about having a structure, having people in your team that will handle certain things, so, yeah. And the second question, oh, did I get funding? No, I didn't get funding. I only got funding when I came back. There was money I saved up from my side jobs. I put it all in my company. I put it back all in the company. Then maybe 2 years down the line, that's when we applied for funding. We applied funding. SIFA. There was a grant where I can't remember what they call it, Township something. So they gave us about 250,000. Then 90,000 of it was a grant, and the rest you have to pay back every month, basically. So, but that process took like maybe 2 years. Government funding takes long because they scrutinize you, financial statements, your plans, etc., blah, blah, blah. So you have to be prepared for that. Or it's not that easy to get. But yeah, we got a bit of funding from government, but otherwise, for us to build this brand from where it is now, you had to basically do it one rand by one rand. So that's why I said only after 15 or 14 years, that's when I was only able to pay myself a salary, think about getting a car, think about moving into my own place, because I've been staying with my parents since, I think I got my own place when I got my own place 2 years ago, actually. I was 30 something. So you have to take your own time and be patient. Don't look at other people. When I want you to accelerate, run at your own pace, and trust me, everything will go well. If you have a piece, don't be ashamed of staying at your parents' place. I mean, why would you want to burden yourself? So yeah, take your time and do your research. You have to do your research. If you know a top perfume brand in the country, go do your research. There's things. It might not be it might not be the perfume that's the problem. It might be how it looks. It might be how you sell it, because obviously you need to study your people. Me, I've studied my people. Batho ba bantsho ba rata dilo tse sharp, ba rata ba pila, mara ba rata patela. So with Galaxboy, that's the gap I saw. No, my people like looking nice, they like looking expensive, mara mo potleng ba hananyana. So that's when I started making affordable luxury. So look at the shop at Galaxboy, you gotta get shopping out to Ramarawa, get busy 400, etc. Packaging looks expensive because of how we place the logo. Why to go Gucci, Louis Vuitton, they put the logo small in the middle of the bag. Rabakopa. Because that's how the greats do it. That's how you should do it. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to copy people. Whatever you're trying to do, people have done it 10,000 times. So yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gents. The lady, just 1 second, we are ready for you. You can ask.
Good day, everyone. I just have 2 questions for you. You spoke about having the opportunity of being mentored by the owner of Amagibgib. I think that is one thing that big companies like you, big brands like you, maybe they don't have, or it's not open to the community. And I think as someone that is wanting to go into business, that will help a lot. So I want to know if your company is open to that. Is it something that you will do in the future? And my second question is, in the early days of your company, your business, how did you advertise yourself? How did you get people to buy into your product? And what advice do you have? Because now we've got technology, we've got the internet, TikTok, and all these platforms. As a person that wants to start a business, how do you advise that person to advertise themselves?
Okay. So.
Thank you, ma'am. Just before you answer this one, the second hand is the gent. Yeah. It's the gentleman there. Thank you, sir. The floor is yours.
So in terms of mentoring younger entrepreneurs, we are open to that. I think I'll leave my details with him, then I'll leave my email and stuff. If people who are interested in being mentored or whatever advised by us, they're more than welcome. But what I want to highlight is that if you want a mentor, you must have something that needs to be mentored. Business t-shirt, you haven't done anything, you don't know what you're struggling with. It doesn't work like that. So I'm weak on this side, stronger, so I want advice or navigate them. That's how you approach mentors. You must do the work first. Then when someone mentors you, they just then you carry on with your own business. So you mustn't come with an empty plate, then expect the mentor to fill it up. Because me, I can fill it up. You can say, Joe, Toma Brenda di Kipa, Geshodaga 50,000, offer 50,000. Kabushu, you wasted the 50,000. So so come utile play tawele half full nyana. Then then you can make it full on your own because it's your own journey. The way I did it might not work for you. You have to figure out what strength you have that can work for you. And in terms of back in the day, how we used to advertise our products, we use social media and events. So basically, we'd rock up at events, put the product in your face, as long as you saw it, whether you like it or not. As long as we were not Galaxboy, as long as you said Galaxboy, that's all I need. You don't have to buy the cap, you don't have to, you know what I mean? As long as you saw it, I was visible enough at the event, or mo social media umpone ke postile lo ntse wa ka swipe ka pele hey wa bona man. As long as we bone, that's all that matters. O tlo bo after 10 years hey mfanola on sorry. So why I'm saying that is because whatever happens, just post it. If you do music, post up in our border. As long as we post then it's better to work on something that's outside in the world than in your bedroom. Because now we really we utilize every day, so how in Sagon I utilize ayangena jokora say askira was angena beat angena oh okay beat angena chorus angena. Let me work on it more. But if it's in your bedroom, no one will tell you anything. Utona anora bine de sekante. Utwere machina. So whatever product you have, idea, put it out. By criticize, by gauge, about say, then go back, work on it, put it out again until you get that one person. Hey, John Toy Sharp, all right. I have one customer. Then well our refiner, 2, 3, 4. That's how business works. Yeah.
Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for me, sir? I think while they cue the mic, I think one of the biggest hacks he dropped is he was offered an opportunity, and he didn't take the money. And I think that's one of the deepest hacks I walk away personally from here. And one of the things I've noted in my many years of entrepreneurship, and the journey is they wanted to offer me money because I wanted something deeper. I wanted to offer myself to then learn. And the impact of that, it then changes the dynamic of the relationship. They can never ever perceive him as an employee. He's a stakeholder and a partner. So I think for me, whenever you also, if you're we'll get the details and you'll send them to us, and I'll respond with the questions before I send them to him and ask you, over and above that, what is it and what value do you see bringing to this individual? Because I think then for me, we then need to shift the way we ask for things to then say, how can I help you? Or rather, how I've perceived that I'll make your time worth it is this and this and this and this and that way. Then it becomes a mutually beneficial relationship. And you find that out of this relationship, you get way more value out of that. Sir, over to you.
Good day, everyone. I have a question that I want to ask you, and maybe it can help others who are here. First, you mentioned that you started doing the t-shirts while you were at school. Then you went to study something that it does not relate to fashion. Then later on, you joined Keep, which is part of clothing. You went to study about retail. Then I want to ask you this question. Was that your passion in doing the clothing? Because to me, it seems like it was a passion for you when you started at school. Then you dropped other things that you were doing and continue on that thing. If it was your passion, what can you say to someone who has passion about something but afraid to invest in it? Thank you.
Okay, like I said before, you have nothing to lose. If you have an idea or a dream, just start doing it. You have nothing to lose, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid to start what you want to do. Even if circumstances don't allow, you have to get a job in the meantime while you pursue your dream. You can still do it, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I said to everyone, man, start as soon as you can. And I don't know what to say. Yeah, don't be afraid to start to chase your dreams and goals, bro. Like, you literally have nothing to lose. Nothing is gonna happen to you if what decide on your Toma business. You know what I mean? People might laugh at you or whatever, but that's what you want to do. You can't move. If then you'll never find what is meant for you. So yeah, just do what you have to do. do it at your own time and do it at your own pace. Yeah.
Thank you so much. The lady, let's give him a big round of applause for that.
Good day, everyone. My name is Itumeleng Molopo, and my brand is Captain Fabulous. Thank you for coming, and thank you for hosting us. This is a great opportunity for some of us. I'm curious to know, like, since you work with suppliers from China, I just want to find out from you, are you open to working with handcrafters like us, like who make unique stuff, and maybe to open up opportunities to collaborate with us in future? And the other thing that I wanted to know is the criteria that you use to choose businesses that you work with. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, in terms of working locally with, well, I'm gonna say local manufacturing. Why we as Galaxboy manufacture in China? In our vision, we want to compete with international brands. So that's the reason why we opted for China, because that's the only way we can compete with your Foschini groups, your Nikes, etc. And that's just a business decision. So producing locally for us won't work because they don't have the capacity to meet our demands. Because currently we need to sell about minimum of 60,000 t-shirts a month. That means we need to make about 2,000 t-shirts a day that we need to produce. So the people who are capable of doing that are the Chinese. So in terms of working with local crafters like yourself, there are special projects that we try and do. So if if you can come with a design that we like, then it will be a no-brainer for us not to work with you. Because I'm in business, you understand? I have to pay rent, I have to pay 160 workers every month. If I tell you my overheads, your head will blow apart. So if you have a good product that I think I can sell, then definitely I'll stock it. Because I'm an entrepreneur. If you see something that you can sell, then you stock it, then you sell it. It's not about, I hate using the word support. I don't want people to support me. Even you, people mustn't support you. Ask Rwana with a product, with a Kuan. If Kuano is this, what will you mustn't say, guys, please support me, I'm a small business. No. Here's the product. Do you like it or not? If you like it, you buy it. If you don't buy it. Because this thing of using sympathy to make sales, it doesn't work. Because even your own family might not like your hats, but the people in the street might love them. I'm sorry. But your family will just support you. And that's not what you want for your business. You want real customers that are interested in your product. Ask your Hoya KFC where la chicken ale. Asango utla KFC wara, please support us. No. Ashi chicken negi street wise to 30 rand. Take it or leave it. They never say support us or whatever. So I'm saying to every entrepreneur here, when you start your business, don't ask for support. Shy away from that. Make your product strong enough for muta atlas hey jona direni ka nyaka and go ipatela. Because bano ho khobala support. Oh tara choma regele ki batse pedi mfe one man. What does that do to you? It cover the business yao. So moto sonza atla reke ki batse 3 atsamai. Tsa hore cause ho khobala support ka ushu taman kalre mo support. No, it doesn't work that. It shouldn't be like that. Come to the shop. If you like something, buy it. If you don't buy it. So make sure your product is strong enough to get customers. Because sometimes it might not be you, it might be your product. So even me, if you look closely at Galaxboy, we don't use too many celebrities or influencers to promote our company. We invest all our money in the product. So keep us improve, and the next day I improve it until there's no more improvement needed. Go to product made. The other lady was talking about VWs. VW, people trust it. Everywhere you go, moga sigiri VW. What I trust, VW. It's a product that stands on its own and can sell itself. So when you create a product, you must make sure it can sell itself. Don't go to people asking for support. And that's business. That's how hard it is. If people vote with their wallets, unfortunately. So make sure your product is top notch, then you'll be successful.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So the floor is yours, sir. The mic. Oh. Then the last one is going to be the lady in the pink. No?
Good day. My question is simple. At what stage of the business did you realize that you need to delegate in terms of staff? And at what stage did you realize that I'm no longer an SMME, I'm now Galaxboy? Sure.
I think it was, so in my company there's 3 of us, right? One guy is good with, I think he studied investments, and one guy started logistics, and me, I get to school. So obviously I'm good with the product and designing and selling. The other guy is good with logistics, and the other guy is just a business mind. So there was a point where you realize, no, this thing is growing bigger than us. So the first thing we decided to do is, you know what, let's put all the things we do every day on a paper. Then we got there was this other lady, Waira HR, I think Naspana Crocs. She did HR for Crocs. So so we paid a certain amount to come sit with us, all the things we're doing and all the things we want to do. So she basically said, okay, I see what you guys doing. Here are the people you need. So he basically told us you need a person for this, you need a person for this, you need an accountant, you need what, blah, blah, you need etc. So from there, that lady helped us recruit people to help us work in the company. So we eventually even poached her from Crocs. Ramopatera salary high with a bit extra, obviously. So those are the decisions you need to make in business. Although, asking why is business in the entrepreneur, I didn't go patel. I didn't go hire about 100,000. No, you need, for your business to grow, you need to spend that 100,000 or hire a motor to see. Because maybe we're now, lead customer. So you hire someone to lead communication skills. I'm going to lead customer bill. That's an order. Understand? Maybe when your way of talking to customers is a bit rough. So the customer know what the ball. So whatever you're lacking in your business, find someone to help you accomplish that. And that way, that's the way you can grow further. So obviously, it's a scary thing to delegate and give people your baby or a whole and stuff, but eventually you have to do it. Because, now, if I hadn't done it, I wouldn't be able to leave the country for weeks and not be scared of things burning or whatever. So now I have the luxury of leaving the country for 2 weeks, come back, everything is in order, no mistakes, nothing. And kind of second question again. Oh, okay. I think that's when SARS. Yeah, when SARS comes knocking. Guys, you must pay your taxes. It's very important to pay your taxes. When I realized I wasn't a small business anymore, was when I had to pay SARS almost. I pay SARS. I think now I pay SARS maybe every 2 weeks. Over R1 million in VAT. I have to pay SARS every 2 weeks. So that's when I realized what I'm more actually mfana, so yeah, if you want to know your big business, check out loads of SARS. Yeah, I think that's when I realized what. I know I'm not playing with the small boys anymore. I scared why is I played the tender we have a David Delabare 0 to 10 million. Yeah, we were beyond that now. So early advice, Patalan sir say everything will be obviously it's frustrating to pay SARS because of corruption, government, seal or stuff like that, but it's part of the business. If you cannot snoop dogaring, you have to pay the cost to be the boss. So yeah.
Thank you. And our last question from the lady. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tabaho Mkondo. I'm your neighbor, Kokosbase. And I would like to say I'm actually inspired by your work. And my question was, I actually had 2 questions, but then the guy posted one question that I had in place, but then something came into my mind. So the first question was, at what stage did you realize that you need to hand over the baby? As you said that it's a difficult thing to do for every entrepreneur. And the second one is, what advice would you give to each and every individual here who's doing business in terms of handing over the baby to the next person? And the third question now is, I'm not sure if compliance plays a big role into your business or your sector, but then how would you define the importance of one being fully compliant in terms of them or operating a business at the end of the day to be where you are today?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, like I said, giving over the baby is a difficult part of the business, but that's the only way you can grow, unfortunately. You know, you have to delegate to people who can actually help you with your weaknesses in order for your business to grow. So I think you will know when the pressure becomes too much. That's when you need to start delegating. At least you don't have to do it all at once. You can do one thing that's not necessarily, because there are things in business that take your time, but they are easy to do. So those things that are easy to do, those are the things you can delegate first. Then as you grow your business, the harder it gets, the more you delegate, the harder stuff, and etc. So that's how you do it. You start with the easy stuff. Someone to take calls, okay, wanna go high, I take the phone call. Then maybe doing deliveries, demand ready delivery, etc. So yeah, that's how you basically grow your business. And the other question, what was it again?
Just remind me, what's the other question? When you delegate and?
Oh, compliance, yeah. Yeah, actually in my business there's a lot of compliance, as we have a lot of stores. Sonzero comply level labor, sonzero ready UIF, all these things. I don't know these things because it's not my job. I want the end like HR, finance, blah blah blah. But yeah, I think we have to we have to comply with all of things. Obviously SARS, I spoke about SARS now. Because SARS like So I have to be compliant in all factors: finance, labor, even the music I play in the stores. I have to pay some role to play that music. I can't just play anyone's music. So there's a lot of things you have to be compliant with. But yeah, those things, they come as business goals. So what do you but it's what you have to do in order to run a business. So you'll definitely get used to them. It's not a train smash. You won't die, So yeah, because you have to, whenever you doubting yourself, you have to look at big businesses out there that have done these things, and just tell yourself it's possible. Because you spoke about, I think the other day I tweeted that the Foshini Group for 2024, the group made about 29 billion rand, I think, in revenue. So I tweeted, hey, TFG irle 29 billion, Mosananga ira 1 billion yan. Yo. All hell broke loose on Twitter. Half 1 billion, blah, blah, blah. So, you need to believe in yourself. Because, imagine me where I am right now. There are still people who are doubting that we could make the billion rand mark. It's not impossible. We just need a bit more time and patience, and we'll get there. That 29 billion TFG relay, all that money is from black people. So how is it impossible for me to make $1 billion? It's not impossible. So you have to always have that mindset of anything is possible because it's already been done. I'm sorry. All these things have been done. If you want to open a bank, NetBank has opened a bank. That means it's possible. Obviously, what happened because it's industry, etc. But it is possible. Whatever you want to do is possible because it has been done before. You just have to put in the work, the 10,000 hours. So if you, for instance, if you're a musician, you have to at least make one song a day. If you're a photographer, you have to take at least one picture a day. If you want to be an influencer, you have to shoot a video at least once a day. Whether we promote that sunlight, liquid soap, mama how use what you have. Then eventually brands will come and say, hey, promote that day. But you have to put in the hours. Otherwise, no one will see you. So even this lady with the stall, she's putting in the hours. Today she might not make a sale, but there's 100 people that saw her table today. Maybe next week, but if you're not about to say, it's a wasted opportunity. So you have to put in the hours whether you succeed or not. You have to put in the hours. There's no shortcut. There's no... You have to put in the hours. That's it. Sure.
Big round of applause. Thank you. And then I guess the last one in wrapping up was the one I had mentioned. What is the everlasting impact that you want to continuously have? And how do you want to be remembered?
To the youth and all the entrepreneurs wanting to start a business, through me, I want them to see that it's possible. You know what I mean? But obviously, you have to put in the work. But this thing is really possible. Obviously, we all come from different backgrounds, different disadvantages, etc. But at the end of the day, what you want to do is possible. it's only up to you if you want to take it further, you know what I mean? And I think how I want to be remembered is, I don't know. I just want to be remembered as the guy who Mamelodi that took on international companies head to head, that took bread from international companies and just shook up the industry of fashion, you know what I mean? And all these white people have been comfortable selling to our people. You know, we are the majority in this country. So we need entrepreneurs to shake everyone up. Ka o shule net bank re ntsha mo businessing re bula ya rena. Wa ntshwara Shoprite ra ntsha mo businessing re bula ya rena. Because it is possible. Because all these companies we are the ones who made them. Thing is, the disadvantage is that I don't know organized. Then we can literally take over every industry in this country, whether it's power or food, music, blah blah blah, etc. All you have to do is be organized, and each and every one of you, let's not give up, but be consistent in your dreams. Don't let people deter you from your dreams. Keep pushing, guys. The sky is not even the limit. So all these things are possible. We need to take over this country business by business. Obviously, maybe after 10, 20 years, I'll be a TFG Gira 29 billion. And below me, there will be smaller Galaxboys, the sister at Kirela 500 million high, etc. So we need to take over all the industries because it is possible. We just have to organize. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Mbawula Chat. Thank you so much. Let's give him a big round of applause.